Morning, how are we doing? Brush knotting. What you need, how do you do it? Well, the first thing you need is a handle. The second thing you need is a knot. Two-part epoxy, which is what I use. This is a 5-minute epoxy when mixed together, equal amounts. Obviously something to mix the epoxy in and with. It's also useful to have a ruler, or I use a pair of calipers. Okay. Brush handles. This handle was sold by DS Cosmetics as a 26mm handle, i.e. the diameter from there to there was 26mm for a 26mm knot or 24mm knot. When it arrived it was 25.1mm. So yes, I could have got a 24mm knot in the handle. Unfortunately this knot is 26.3mm. So, to bore it out I used the Dremel tool with a burr attachment on, and then the bore depth, i.e. the depth of the hole, was 11mm, which would have given me far too long a loft, as from the knot to the tips is 66mm on the knot, so 11mm would give me 55mm. So I used a Forstner bit in a drill. As you can see there's a little dimple at the bottom, 25mm Forstner bit to bore it down. To 15mm. So that should now give me a loft of 52mm, which is what I was aiming for. So the knot now fits in the handle, like so. He says trying to find the millimeters, and we have a loft in that formation there of about 53mm. Obviously that will splay once we come out, so it now fits nicely. The base of the knot has been lightly sanded, and obviously the inside of there is quite rough. Obviously if the depth of the bore was greater than I needed, then you can either knot it and leave a hole at the bottom for the glue, or I use spacers. I tend to use either 2p coins or 10p coins with a hole drilled in the middle of them for the glue, so I get the desired length on the brush, and so the base of this is actually sitting on a base of glue as opposed to having a void underneath it. I'm just relying on the glue on this surface here, which isn't a great deal. So we'll get some epoxy mixed up and we'll get the knot set in the handle. So we'll move the camera, get the epoxy done, and see you in a minute. Okay, I'm in the kitchen. If I was going to make a mess, I'd probably put a piece of tin foil, aluminium foil, on the countertop, then any mess I make, it can just go straight in the bin. However, I don't intend making a mess. So I've got my epoxies. One part is adhesive, one part is hardener. Obviously you don't need a great deal. That should be more than enough for that. As I said, this is a 5-minute epoxy, so you've got about a minute working time, and then it will set in 5 minutes. So there's the epoxy. I had this stuff left over. I used to make fishing rods, custom fishing rods, but there was very little market in it, and this is left over from those days. Some people use silicone, so epoxy. Nice even spread on the base of the handle, got none at the sides if I can help it. Ice lolly sticks are quite good, and then basically some more epoxy. Let me get rid of the plastic. I'm basically holding the knot as such. What I'm going to do here, so I've got no glue on the side of the knot or on the base, or on the, it's all on the base and it's all in the handle. So all we do now is take the two, twist, and I put it in, just twist it just to make sure we've got a good bind. And then just basically that one, just set it aside and leave it. If you leave your spatula in the epoxy, you can use it as a timer, so to speak. You'll find out when it's done. Despite it being 5-minute epoxy, this brush will not get used for at least 24 hours, even once the handle is set. By crushing the top, obviously you're not getting any hairs spilling out into the, that can get contaminated with glue. Twisting the knot round and looking at it, it looks like it's set fairly level. And I say, now it's just a case of allowing the glue to do its job and set. And that is how I knot a shaving brush. It's not a long process, it takes longer. If you're not sure about the loft you want on your brush, look at some of the makers' sites who retail them. They will tell you what they loft their brushes at, and just copy that. If it works well enough for those guys for commercial purposes, it'll work well enough for you. So there we have it, a DS Cosmetics handle with a knotted up with a badger. In case you're wondering, this was the Richman shaving handle or knot that came out of the Richman brush. As the brush, the knot was in decent condition, it came out nice and easy, and it was suitable for use for a re-knotting demonstration purposes. So there we have it. This is probably 5-10 minutes after setting the knot. See yourself, it looks pretty good, nicely lofted. It looks okay in what was a £5 handle from DS Cosmetics. So there we go, we've knotted it up. This, I will use it in a video sometime in the future. After that, this brush will be given away. Not in this video, in a future video. So, any comments, leave them below. I'm not an expert when it comes to knotting, it's just what I picked up from YouTube, like the rest of us. Any comments, leave them below. Have a good weekend. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.